Let's jump right into
Global Oddities.
those weird, strange, crazy stories ripped right from today's headlines in the Firebag pages. And here we go. Start us off with one, John.
All right, we'll go to Alaska, and it has nothing to do with humans. This has to do with animals.
Okay.
A curious brown bear showed up at an Anchorage area farm. The cows in a small yak herd definitely and defiantly surrounded their calves. But the lone bull, Stormy, sprinted away. Stormy ran through the farm, hopped the fence, and kept going. The person who owns the 25-acre farm with her husband describes the female yaks as fierce. She says it was cool to see them stand their ground against the bear, which never got into the field. As soon as Stormy left, one of Angie's teenage sons started tracking the chronic runaway. The bull has broken loose 2 other times and earned the nickname Wimpy. So while the females stood their ground, the bull tucked his tail and ran.
And you never want to get between a mama and the babies.
No.
This has got to be an interesting situation. A woman in Canada has been searching for years and has finally tracked down her long-lost father, 46 years. They've been separated, and come to find out, he's an Elvis impersonator in Thailand. I'm sorry, that just cracks me up. They're both thrilled to have found each other because he didn't know where she was, she didn't know where he was,
right.
But can you imagine? I mean, if you grow up and your dad's an Elvis impersonator, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But to search for and find your dad and find out he's an Elvis impersonator,
That's in Thailand, of all places.
That's different.
All right. Well, we're going to go back to Anchorage, Alaska for a second time.
Why not?
This time it does involve humans. The library is missing. Jamie Lang built a tiny library outside of her house in Anchorage, Alaska, and neighbors loved it, so she says she was shocked to wake up and find that the little structure was gone.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
Okay.
Now, this library was a purple box, I guess, with some books in it.
All right.
It was part of a movement called Free Little Libraries, an attempt to improve literacy and build the community. She says she hopes the person who took her library will put it to use. She also plans to build another, but this time she might add a camera and maybe a chain to hold it down.
That's pretty sad when they steal your library.
Steal the whole library.
And finally, I saw the headline on this one, and I just knew it had to be a Florida story.
Okay.
And sure enough, I was right. 44-year-old Edward Garcia of Leesburg, Florida, called 911 several times last week because he really wanted to talk to the female dispatcher and brag to her about his big muscles.
Okay.
He also kept asking her if she was single. The cops finally traced the calls to his cell phone at a campsite in the state park. They found Edward, and he threatened to attack them and spat on one of them. That wasn't good. That was a bad idea.
Bad.
He was arrested for battery on a law enforcement officer and misuse of the 911 system. There's no word on if he's really as, all jacked up as he claimed to be.
I doubt it.
But yeah, somehow we kind of doubt it.
Right.
Boy, that's a bizarre little series of stories.
Hey, you sound kind of cute. I've got an emergency.
That's right. Did I tell you about my muscles?
The Wake Up Crew on today's New Country, Kicker 102.5.